It's a beautiful day outside. Such a perfect afternoon for a picnic, don't you think? It won't be much further until we reach the river. What a wonderful spot for us to have lunch. There are so many butterflies out today. They must be working hard, tending to all the flowers. I can't wait to see the wildflowers in bloom this year. In fact, some of them are already blossoming. Look! Here we are. The sunshine looks so beautiful on the water. The grass is nice and soft here. The perfect place for us to enjoy our picnic. Here, let me lay out the blanket. Have a seat. I'll bring out the food that I made for us to eat. Let's see. Finger sandwiches, fresh fruit, pasta salad, and strawberry shortcake. Yum! I hope you like the food. I spent the last few days thinking of what to make for today, ever since you told me that you wanted to have a picnic with me. Thank you for planning this trip. I'm happy to accompany you wherever you want to go. But I especially enjoy when you plan trips for us like this one. I haven't enjoyed a day by the river since... well... oh, never mind. I, don't want to bother you with stories about my past. What? Well, I mean, if you're really okay with it... well, what I meant was... I haven't spent a day by the river since the day that the village was attacked by the marauders. That was... many, many years ago. When I was a child. I was playing down by the river with my brothers and sisters. We had been playing all afternoon. Then, in the evening, when the sun was going down, we saw the smoke from the fires coming over the crest of the hill. By the time we ran back there, the fires had already claimed most of our homes, and the marauders had claimed most of our families. My father survived, but my mother was taken away, and we never saw her again. They also took my eldest sister. We don't know where they are now, or if they're okay, or even alive. I'd like to think that they escaped to somewhere better, you know? That's why they never came back here after we rebuilt the village. They're probably too happy to leave and think that we were all killed in the attack. So they probably think they have nothing to come back to. That's what I'd like to believe, at least. And my father, well, he didn't take the loss of my sister and mother very well. He desperately tried to appeal to the king's court to form up a small party of the king's guard to get back the villagers that were taken captive. But we were in the middle of the Azurite War at the time, so the king's army had no men to spare. My father went off on his own to find my mother and sister, leaving me to care for my younger siblings. He, never returned. So I stayed with my little brothers and sisters and helped the other townsfolk rebuild the village from the ashes. Eventually, as my brothers came of age, they went off to join the king's army, now that the war was over, to defend the kingdom from any future threats. My sisters were married off to other members of our village, given the absence of our parents to arrange a marriage, but I protested the idea for myself. I was already old enough to refuse, given that I was previously occupied with raising my siblings until then. It became clear after a while that I had no place left in my own village, and that I had no more family to care for. So I began traveling from village to village, looking for work. And well, that's when I bumped into you in the town square of Sarvadell. You were so kind even then. And when you told me that you had a position to be filled on your staff, I was happy to accept the offer. Although, I'll admit I was pretty surprised to find out that you lived in that estate all alone. I didn't realize that I'd be the only member of your staff. But either way, I'm still glad to have been given this opportunity. And I really enjoy being able to be your companion as well as your housekeeper. When you told me that you'd been all alone in that large estate until you hired me, I thought it must have been very lonely. And, well, as I mentioned before, I knew quite well the sting of loneliness. It warms my heart to think that I might keep you from feeling that sting. Oh my! I've rambled far, far too long. Please forgive me. Here, eat up. We did come out here to have a nice lunch by the river after all. And besides, if you're going to keep me around for as long as you said before, then we have lots of time to learn more and more about one another. But for now, let's just enjoy the sunshine,